Nerd Theory. What's going on, everybody? Brian back with one more Criterion Shelving video for the month of July. Notice how I didn't say it was the last one ever, because it won't be. Let's be honest. So with that, once again, a lot of these movies that we have gotten over the course of these videos have come from Whatnot, an auction site that you can actually sign up for down in the description below. You actually get a $10 credit, I believe, when you sign up with us. Also, if you want to sell on Whatnot, the auction site, just click the link below as well, next to do you want to sell on Whatnot. So, let's start it off. First one, we had to kind of redo these again, because I'm sure you don't want to spend a whole lot of time watching me shift around movies. But the first one is The 400 Blows. It has its slipcover, back from 1959. This is spine number 5, by Francois Truffaut. And that one is going to go next to Amalcord and Beauty and the Beast, which is actually 4 and 6. So, got a little bit of a collision right there. The next one is the Samurai Trilogy, 3 films by Hiroshi Inagaki. And that's actually spine number 14, 15, and 16 on there, which I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's the only one that does that or not. But this has just Samurai 1, 2, and 3. And that one is 14, 15, 16, so we will go over to this, Between the Silence of the Lambs and Solo.
Feel good movie of the year.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Next one is the Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn movie Charade, back from 1963. This one is spine number 57, which will go. Where am I at? Between For All Mankind and Carnival of Souls. Next up, Brian De Palma movie Sisters with Margot Kidder. You would know her probably famous role as Lois Lane in Superman. But this is back from 1973. I actually really dig this movie. I have watched this, especially the first half of it. Last half of it, it's good, but the first half really gives you with the multiple cameras. So that is spine number 89. That's going to go between Good Morning and Black Narcissus. Next up, Ingmar Bergman, Wild Strawberries. We technically already have this movie in our Ingmar Bergman collection up there, but we're kind of completionists and OCD, so this is from 1957. And number 139, by the way, and that actually is going to go between Children of Paradise and Rashomon. Next up, Federico Fellini, same thing. We had the Fellini collection up there. You can't really see us kind of hidden back there because we're in the middle of shifting stuff around. But this is spine number 140 from 1963, so spine number 140 goes next to Wild Strawberries, actually, and Children of Paradise.
That's kind of perfect.
Yep. Next up, Tokyo Story, Ozu movie. Ozu, the only Ozu movie I've seen so far is Good Morning, which I found very endearing. So
good.
So well done. And I feel like I'm going to really enjoy... I enjoy Japanese cinema anyway, but I really feel like I'm going to enjoy his movies here on going forward. This is spine number 217. And it goes between Rules of the Game and the Cercle Rouge. This one came in, and when it came in, it didn't have its slipcase. But this is the Battle of Algiers, and I don't know if a lot of people know this or not. But if you're missing like a slipcase, or like the art, like the pamphlets or the books that come with it, if they're still printing them, you can actually order them separately from Criterion.com. And that's how I've gotten a lot of these. Like this one, for example, didn't come with a slipcase. I had to order it. So this one, I've heard a lot about. This is spine number 249. Between Videodrome and Eyes Without a Face. Next up, Ingmar Bergman again, Fanny and Alexander. Once again, this is another one that I had to order the slipcase for. This is a brand new slipcase straight from Criterion. And that one's spine number 261. Next up is actually another Ozu movie, Late Spring. This is back from 1949. And this is spine number 331. And that's going to go between a tight fit between Days of Confused and Au revoir les enfants. Next up is this is a DVD. This is Miss Julie. Yes, I thought I said Kiss Julie. It's Miss Julie.
Miss Julie.
Yeah. This is spine number 416. And that is going to go, I imagine, over here somewhere. Yeah. It's hard to see, but it goes between the Agnes Varda DVD collection and the Naked Prey. Next up is another DVD I got for next to nothing, it seemed like. This is Spine number 461. This is Hobson's Choice. And that should be over here now. Down. Next up, once again, another one we got on Whatnot for hardly nothing. Spine number 492. This is A Christmas Tale, back from 2008. So, 492, between Che and Wings of Desire. All right. Next up is Spine number 519, Close Up, Iranian film, back from 1990. Yeah, 1990. I was right. Very trippy cover. Isn't that right, Brandy? Aren't you tripped
Well,
out
show
by
the
this?
spine.
Oh, the spine?
Yeah, the spine has like a... Yeah, that's where it is right there.
Ooh.
Look at the spine of it.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's what got me, was the spine.
That one's 519. It's going to go by Brockage and...
When it came in, I was like, is there something wrong with my contacts?
Charlie Chaplin. I need to start getting more on Charlie Chaplin.
We have quite a bit.
We do have a decent amount. I still need a couple more. But this is Spine 680 City Lights, back from 1931. Oh, wow. We're all the way down here. Okay. Next to The Uninvited, or Between Uninvited and Francis Ha. Now, this one was a big deal, because this one is a digibook, which they don't make anymore. So
I had to have it.
Yeah, Brandy just had to have it. This is Spine 696, Foreign Correspondent from Alfred Hitchcock, made back in 1940. So
I'm a big Alfred Hitchcock fan.
696. Goes between Blue is the Warmest Color and Tess. Roman Polanski.
It's a beautiful digibook.
Next up is The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, 1964. This is Spine number 716. Don't know too much about this movie, to be perfectly honest, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. 716. Where are we at? Here we go. Between Scanners. Oh, it's another movie from him. Together. Jacques Demy.
Why is it not focusing?
I don't know.
On those two. It's focused on everything else, but those two titles it will not focus in on for some reason. What was the color?
Next up is Spy number 726. This is Roman Polanski's Macbeth from 1971. So 726. That goes between Eraserhead and the complete Jacques Tati collection. Next up, My Darling Clementine, Henry Fonda movie. From 1946, really, jeez. Now, I'm not one for Westerns, but I have started appreciating some Westerns a little bit more, so I want to give this one a shot. This is Spy number 732. And that goes between the Tati collection and the Dolce Vita. Next up, another Charlie Chaplin. This is Limelight, Spy number 756. This is actually more of a drama than it is a comedy, back from 1952. So Spine 756. Where am I? There we go. Between Odd Man Out and The Rose with Bette Midler. Next up, Valerie and Her Week of Wonders from 1970. This is Spine number 761. Between State of Siege and A Master Builder. Orson Welles' film Chimes at Midnight from 1966, rather. This is Spine 830. And that goes between The Cabin, Mrs. Miller, and Immortal Story. Next up, Howard Hawks' His Girl Friday from 1940. This is Spine number 849 with Cary Grant. A lot of Cary Grants in the Criterion collection.
I like Cary Grant. I like the old movies like that.
Next to Camera Person and Asphalt Jungle. And then the final Blu-ray is Dance Girl Dance with Maureen O'Hara from 1940.
Ooh, hold on. Okay, there we go. I had a glare.
Got a bit of glare. This is Spine number 1028. So this actually might be more towards down here. All right, next to the Grayscape and the Scorsese shorts. Now, real quick, these other ones that we're going to do, these are actually just regular DVD, but the reason we don't have them here is because they have the older.
Yeah, they don't have the C's. They're actually written out. They're different.
Yeah. So these are all older DVDs that we're going to put in here. So
these are prior to them doing the C's.
Right. So, okay, let's do this.
Brazil.
Now, Brazil. Now,
Now, we have Brazil in the other one.
We have it on Blu-ray, but when we first got married, there was a little store called Suncoast Video, and every time I went into that in the mall that we lived near, I always had an eye on this, but I never bought it because it was so freaking expensive at the time. But we got this for, I want to say, probably $10.
Yeah, we got lucky and found it. I haven't seen it since then, literally anywhere. So when we saw it, we had to grab it and get it.
So this is spine number, technically it's 51, but it's broken down 51.1, 0.2, 0.3.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool.
Because it's 3 different versions of the movie. So I'm going to put this down here and go over to our DVDs. And I'll push this around. And now I'll go between Chasing Amy and Lord of the Flies on Criterion.
It's so dark, I don't even know if it's picking it up. There we go. Yeah, get it down. Yeah, it's so hard to see them at all.
Next up is La Aventura. La Aventura. Spine number 98.
Yeah, a lot of these older ones have black spines, so it's very hard to see what they are. It wasn't until like the end of it they started doing colored spines.
105 Spartacus, out of print. Going next to The Rock and the Beastie Boys anthology. Next up, a Fireman's Ball, number 145. And that goes next to The Rock and Red Beard. Then we have Man Bites Dog. This is also out of print. This is spine number 165. And that goes...
You have to start going to the second shelf.
Probably, yep. So we're going to pull a few of these, put them down here at this empty shelf. Next up is Hiroshima Mon Amour. That's spine number 196. And that goes next to Coup de Grace and Fear Eats the Soul. Umberto D. That is spine number 201. And that will go next to The Devil and Daniel Webster. And then finally with the DVDs, the Tin Drum.
Still sealed, never opened.
Still sealed, yeah. Tin Drum. This is spine number 234.
I can't believe it was still sealed.
And that actually goes between right next to Mama Roma and The Devil and Daniel Webster. And then finally,
oh yeah, the Eclipse.
We got the Eclipse series, which we have right here on DVD. The Eclipse series, the first one, this is actually series 1. This is early Bergman that has the films Torment, Crisis, Port of Call, Thirst, and To Joy. So, we'll just move this a little over here. You don't hear a lot about Eclipse because, you know, the regular Criterions kind of steal the spotlight, but most of these are movies that came out before a lot of the stuff on the Criterion from your director. So you got Ozu, you got late Ozu, silent Ozu. We were talking about Ozu earlier, that's why I brought it up. Bergman and much less, and some other stuff. The next one is Series 25. This is Basil Dearden's London Underground set, which comes with the films Sapphire, The League of Gentlemen, Victim, and All Night Long. So this is Series 25. And I forgot where I was looking.
And these are the ones we actually ended up with the movies, but not the casing for it.
Yeah, and we actually had to get the slip casing from Criterion itself. So they were very nice about it. They have been nice about it because we've done multiple orders so far.
Yeah, they're really cool about if you need like booklets, casing, design of the paper, inside paperwork, anything like that you need. Just send them a message. Even if you need cases, like apparently you can buy the plastic cases if you need them too. They're cases. Really cool about everything.
Yeah. So with that being said, that is the rest of the Criterion / Eclipse, the DVDs, Blu-rays, the shelving for July 23, I believe. I'm sure I'll get some odds and ends here and there. But mainly, I mean, we go hard in July. We do. We go hard in July every year. It seems like.
We kind of save up for it too.
And then we got the, we got the ones coming up, and we got the November half off if they decide to do that. Not to mention if Criterion's website has a half off sale. So, with that being said, Brian, with Brian's Boutique Blu-rays, Brandy's behind the camera.
Hi.
Yeah. So, like, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all the same to us. We're just glad you got to see us. Take care.